It has changed the way that I see myself. I identify as somebody who's in recovery. I stand on stage or speak to groups and identify as a formerly homeless drug addict and alcoholic and petty criminal, and I feel no shame about saying those things. That's who I was, that's not who I am now. Who I am now is somebody who's super grateful to have the life that I have and realize how valuable those experiences were for me. People sometimes ask me if I would go back and change the journey that I've had, and the only thing that I would change, quite frankly, is the pain that I caused to the other people in my life. But as far as the suffering and the consequences and all the pain that I went through, wouldn't change a thing about it. I needed all that stuff. And frankly, I think I'm a better person for it in a lot of ways.
Being in recovery has taught me that I matter, I'm valuable to a lot of people, and that I can do anything that I want. I mean, I can do anything I set my mind to. There is no dream too big and no wish too small for me. I can do anything now that I'm clean. And now I know that because I've worked on my recovery and learned how to change the thoughts in my brain about myself. And that is also very important to do.
I feel stronger and I feel more empowered. I feel like I can conquer all things, especially getting through my addiction. And I don't feel that judgment that I felt from others. So I don't feel the shame I received from society.
Yeah, so being in the recovery process, now I have had two separate episodes or encounters with, depression and anxiety. One was in the summer of 2018 and another one in the summer of 2020, just after the pandemic had started. What it has done for me is I have become more self-aware of my thought patterns. I am able to stand guard at the door of my mind a little bit better. Before things start to spiral down, I can catch myself. If I start to not have good sleep, for example, I know something's not quite right. So I'll attend to it before it becomes a much bigger monster, so to say, that now I have to deal with, right? So my awareness has gone up. My ability to ask for help has definitely, improved a lot. And so now I don't know if I have more episodes in store for me. I've already had 2 encounters. Maybe there's more, but I'm not as scared anymore for the next time around, whenever that next time around is, because I know what needs to happen and I know it can be treated. So, it just has to be dealt with if that's what is in store for me.
Being in recovery has definitely changed how I view myself. My perspective on life has changed completely. The way that I treat people has changed me completely. The way that I view my power has completely changed because I realize how much power I have. And going through it, I didn't necessarily realize the strength that I have or how much I've overcome.
Being in recovery, has it changed my idea or how I see myself? I have to say, no, it's just an expansion, an addition of who I am. We change all the time. We add things to us and we remove things from us. So I'm a learning person. I love to learn. I love to be educated in things. So this gave me an opportunity to learn something new. It's also because I've taken in that respect. When I've seen others, even in my own family, I've been able to assist them, not tell them, but assist them, and then sometimes share my own personal experience. So it's been grounding for them, and they have not had to struggle like I've had to struggle totally.
I am a much stronger person now that I know that I am working towards my mental health, having better mental health every day.
Yeah, so I used to, hate myself vehemently, and now I know that I'm a kind, loving person, and I have a lot to give to the world, and so In doing this work, in learning how to manage my moods and find stability and really know what's right, what works for me and what doesn't work, that has really changed how I look at myself. I used to think of myself as a weak person. I used to think of myself as just someone who had nothing to offer. And now that I've done this work, I know that I'm strong. I know that I'm resilient. I know that I'm capable, and that's something that I didn't have awareness of before.
And in recovery definitely has changed my identity and changed how I see myself. I am not a hopeless little girl, broken, looking for love in all the wrong places. I have found a power and a connection to a power greater than myself in a community of people that truly love me and invest in me. And I'm not alone, and I am really blessed beyond my wildest dreams.
We get a lot of different identities, and I think that is always changing for us. So for me, I try not to so much identify with my thoughts, with the things that go on here. And this is where it gets super woo-woo, but I'm gonna do it. I try to identify as, the timeless presence or awareness in which everything exists, the space in which universes arise and subside, and then people will just say, all right, now you're just crazy, stop talking. And that's fine, I'm just answering the question, like I literally do. That's when I'm having a good moment, that's where I identify. When I'm just like a guy with a body, and I do identify that way most of the time, that's where I can run into discomfort at existing.
I do not wish to see myself as a mentally ill person. On the other hand, I am a person who struggles with mental illness. I do not wish to be defined as my diagnosis. On the other hand, if I let people know about my diagnosis, it helps destigmatize it for somebody else. So I'm bipolar, and it has bifabricated sides to it.